Ladies and gentlemen, hello! Welcome back for another episode of CasualCraft. I'm back once again, your Renegade Master, Dreadlock Caster, RedRipz, right here on Newkirk Precinct T, I believe was the name of this one. I think it was, apparently this is an unranked game, but it's between two pretty high diamond and above players, so should be pretty good to watch. According to what I was told about the game initially. Now, in the bottom left-hand corner, we have eXeBreaker, the red Zerg player right here, looking good. He's going to be taking an early scout out there now. And meanwhile, in the bottom right-hand corner, we have XXX, XXX, XXXX. Yeah, the blue Protoss player. We'll call him X. So we've got X and eXeBreaker. So that makes sense, really. I mean, I suppose eXeBreaker is good at, should be good at breaking X's. So we'll have to wait and see how that one goes for him now today on Newkirk Precinct, as I say. Now, I'll be honest, today I'm knackered. It's been a long-ass day. Long day of ass. Or something. So, I'm a little bit knackered, but, you know, I thought I'd do the video nonetheless. Sit here, chat to you guys, show off some StarCraft. See what these players can get up to in today's game of Heart of the Swarm here. Now we're seeing a Forge Fast expand out of XXXXXXX straight away. So I wouldn't imagine a cannon rush behind this, but it's always a possibility. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it might be a little bit late for that now, but if he's getting a pylon down in the natural of eXeBreaker, so looks like we'll be seeing some relatively stuff out here. The spawning pool already down nice and early there for eXeBreaker, so he'll be seeing some early pressure out of this player, I imagine, before too long. As he climbs back up to 15 drones again, and we'll be, back up to 15 supply again, and we'll continue to have that to deal with in his natural there now. So I mean, the temptation as a Zerg player at this point is always to go, well, fuck you, you've blocked my natural, I'm just going to take a third and then deal with this and expand immediately behind it and sort that out. And we are actually seeing a cannon rush now, yeah, so it's not quite what I thought it was going to be here, is all the X's here. X to the power of 10, we'll call him, actually. That's all right. I mean, that's what it is. So, you know, X to the 10 here is going to be continuing the cannon rush here as he tries to get eXeBreaker locked into his base now. And as Xe's actually getting out and extracting, we'll be seeing Zerglings speed out before too long as well. The first Zerglings are already starting to form here, but they're not going to have a lot of fun against cannons, let's face it, because Zerglings fucking shit against cannons, let's face it. Now, with this finishing up here, we'll be seeing some drones going at that before long, I'd imagine, and seeing some Zerglings speed out. Now, meanwhile, in his own base here, X to the 10 is not really doing anything much. He's been putting everything in the cannons so far, but he's going to start getting some minerals together before too long, I'd imagine, to, well, either continue cannon rushing as he's building a third cannon. Now, it's a little bit of an unnecessary number of cannons at this point. And maybe even considering some tech at some point, that would be nice. I know this is an unranked game, but I'm not expecting just sort of cheesy bollocks, but well, we'll see. We will see here as the cheese is scraped from underneath the head of the penis and laid out right on the table here for eXeBreaker and our good friend X to the 10, who's actually taking an expansion now behind this. So I guess he's hoping that just to put eXeBreaker nicely behind, so that X to the 10 here can get away. Now we're seeing a proxy hatch going down inside the main base of X to the 10 here, so we're going to have to see something interesting out of that. I really hope eXeBreaker can finish this one up and get this sorted, because that would be absolutely hilarious. Now the problem is that it takes 100 seconds to build a hatchery, whereas a pylon's taking a mere 25, and then on top of that you have, well, I think it's less time again to build cannons. So we should be able to actually get cannons up onto this before it finishes, or at least deal enough damage to allow us to put a cannon up before the the creep spreads out and stops you building any further. But with this number of drones on it, I mean, yeah, we're losing a lot of mining time, but this is going to disappear. There's no way eXeBreaker's going to let this finish, unfortunately, which is annoying, but it's one of those things that happens. You know, not much you can do now. We're going to see the drone probably fall here to this mass probe army that we've got here. Now, meanwhile, behind this, we're getting a gateway out of 10x. We're also getting his expansion finishing up, and we're seeing another proxy hatchery going down right in the natural now of 10x here. And I love this sort of crap, because it's like, well, you fucked with me, I'm going to fuck with you, is what eXeBreaker is saying here at this point now. And he's going for his layer, he's getting the double gas on now. He's actually totally forgotten about that until this point, so he's finally getting out the speed boost here for the Zerglings, and that should be speeding things up a bit. We're also getting the double extractors down now, so I wonder if we'll be seeing some sort of crazy one base Spire play. Let's have a look, see what this drone's going to turn into. And as the 200 gas approaches, oh no, we're seeing a Nydus network come down now, so it looks like we'll actually be just injecting these Zerglings directly into the main base of 10x here. So I would imagine that we'll be seeing the Nydus here somewhere and then just roll on in, because fuck, that's fun. Now, meanwhile, 10X is trying once again to deal with the hatchery in his natural here. His second base is up now, so that's pretty secure comparatively, I guess, at this point, as you can sit and mine from it, and he's got stuff behind, he's got cannon and things. But the thing is, if this Nydus finishes up, well, it's going to be a lot of fun for 10X to deal with that, as he doesn't really have anything in his base beyond this, basically a single gate where you can produce one unit at a time. He doesn't have anything like warp gate. He's not even started warp gate yet. I don't actually know. He's taken a gas there, and he's taking a second one. We're getting another base down here for eXeBreaker, and as the Nydus will be popping up at this point, I'd love to see what's going to be happening here. Now we're seeing all the Zerglings just piling on in, including a couple of drones as well. So as that comes out, we will be seeing something in the way of like a small crawlers or something like that, I would imagine. And as the Zerglings pour into 10X's base here, we're going to be seeing 10X shit himself, essentially. He's going to be scraping the poo from his garments as the Zerglings just go all over his face. Now, we're actually getting up some vision here in a small crawler and a spine crawler as well, and the probes will be dying off gradually. We do have the mothership core down, but unfortunately that's not really going to do that much, really, to this number of Zerglings. I mean, yeah, it'll slow them down, and obviously once we get the what you call the fault and overcharge up, we should see this pretty well defended. But with a proxy hatch well on its way to finishing, with we've obviously got the Nydus one that will be porting in some more stuff. We've got the anti-air down here as well for dealing with this mothership core, and I think that actually will be able to take that out. We're going to get that down. Oh, he's going to be surviving just this time, but unfortunately it does look as the Nydus going to fall. No, we get a nice transfuse down there on that, and with that the Zealot and the mothership core both fall, and this game is looking really bad now for 10X, as his main base is falling all over the place to these Zerglings. And this is such a nice counter to this cannon rush. I mean, as I said, most Zerg players would just be like, oh, well, I'm just going to take the third, or like build some roaches and deal with it or whatever. But eXeBreaker doesn't give a shit. He's just going to move around that, go in, get the hatch down now, so he can start making his own troops in here. And this is really, really bad here for 10X. He hasn't got a lot left he can really do here. He's going to be stuck on this one base in his natural now. His warp gate isn't even barely begun, despite him chrono boosting that out now, and with the odd sort of single stalkers and stuff coming out, only a couple of cannons down, two more on their way. It's looking pretty bad now. So really, I mean, even if this pylon falls, all this is unpowered, I think, as well. We might have that cannon staying alive, but yeah, it's not such a good position here for eXeBreaker. There's so many Zerglings in his natural base now, and these cannons will be falling as well. That's not going to be protecting the mineral line for very long there as it falls before it can even finish up. I don't think we've got a cancel out of that either, and we're seeing more and more Zerglings piling in here. The main, of course, has fallen down for 10X here. This is just looking atrocious here for this player. It's really unfortunate for him after the quite, annoying, but cannon rush your second. Why not? It's the thing to do against Zergs if you like. If you got the forge up nice and early, everything's looking very nice for you. You might as well just get that out. Cause some sort of delay, and a lot of Zergs will panic, but not eXeBreaker. No, he's going balls to the wall here with the Nydus worm straight in there, as this brother from another mother of mine is absolutely taking over the game today here against 10X here, as the creep spreading down at the low ground now. We're seeing the first of the spine crawlers come down as well. All very nice, and hopefully that's going to be able to get in and start harassing this mineral line as well. And spine crawler harass, now there's a thing. As the Zerglings once again come running in here for eXeBreaker, I love this. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't like play enough unranked games, but this is just crazy. I love it. Absolutely, I want to cast more games like this. There's going to be so much to talk about early game rather than having to tell you about my day and stuff that you don't really care about. It's been quite entertaining in that respect. So, and with this spine scroller now just headbutting this Nexus down, we're going to be seeing that falling gradually there. I don't think there's much here that 10X can really do. I mean, he's doing his best, bless him. He's got a mineral line running. He's got his mothership core out again. He's got plenty of cannons down defense. He's even finished up Wargate now, and he's actually going for 4 gates here, which I think is a little bit oversaturation. Although he actually's got that's the Zerg gas is absolutely huge. So yeah, I think we might be seeing something more in the way of comedy really here out of eXeBreaker. Here is 2 more spine crawlers getting ready to fall. He's getting ready to go down. We've got a main base now up in the old main of 10X here as eXeBreaker's having all sorts of fun here in this game here today. Now, we just have a little glance around the map. We've not really got much else going on in the main base of Exe here. He's got an Overlord dropping creep to make sure no cannons can go down the high ground and start causing problems up here. It's not quite as wide as I'd like. Maybe get some creep spread from the one of the main queens on, although he's actually behind on his injects there. If we'll to wait and see what happens with that now. But to be honest, against this sort of play where you've got basically maximum amount of energy going against the Nexus, it doesn't really matter. He's just so far ahead at this point. We will be seeing the spine crawler fall here against the mothership core. Unfortunately, the spore crawler is in range of the cannon, and I'm not sure we're going to see the end. No, not quite the end of the mothership core there, though, as the mothership core does just make it away. Although with the 2 spine crawlers down here now, and although we've even got the Nexus cannon down, massive amount of Zerglings coming in, I think this might be the end of it here, guys. I'll be completely honest now as the Nexus falls there for for triple X, for 10x as well. He's got not much left. He can't even build another one. He's got nowhere near enough minerals. This is over. I hate to say it, guys. I hate to say it, but it's gone. Now with that down in there as well, we're seeing a little bit of harass here in the main base of eXeBreaker, but with 10x just straight up leaving the game. Now that's not going to go anywhere further. And it is, in fact, GG. So, yeah, well, pretty funny little game there. I'm quite glad I picked this one out. Nice and short and gives us, you know, plenty to talk about anyway. Yeah, with that in mind, it's been a cool little game. I don't really know what 10x could have done there. He didn't really see that coming. He didn't have anything ready for it. And then when it came into his base, everything just died. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It's a pretty cool play out of eXeBreaker there. I'll hope to see some more out of him again, as I think he's a regular on Cast It, so I should be seeing some more of his games before too long. Yeah, it's been a good game. So thanks once again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff. I'll be back with another game tomorrow night. With it'll be the 24th of August. Oh God, we're getting on late, aren't we? No, sorry, it's the 23rd tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, it's only the it's on episode 24 because I'm on episode 23 tonight, isn't it? Of CasualCraft, of course. Right, well, as I said, thanks once again. Cheers for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the usual rubbish. I've been RedRipz, your Renegade Master Dreadlock Caster. Back tomorrow, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks very much for watching. GG, both players. Thank you.